to start the day, which is why we've had a slow start here, but we are into it now, and it is Astralis getting off to a good start with Magisk finding the...
I think Astralis might be a bit too much for them to handle, but I think that they can definitely give us at least a solid enough showing here on these maps, no matter whether it goes 2 or 3. But look at this right now, there's a good bit of damage actually being connected by those Heretics players. Unfortunately, not really connecting on any kills until it is eventually one that comes in from Maka. But with that, of course, the bomb site now falling to Astralis. The bomb will be planted. And Zipix being tagged up fairly heavily, probably won't be re-peeking that player on short, instead drops down with his teammates. And that was perfectly played. They force it all really onto that one player in the spawn and then go ahead and actually hold for this flank. So he should be able to spot it quite easily once it comes in. Bomb about to be planted, and really the main goal right now for Heretics being to retrieve 1 or 2 kills. I mean, it's possible if they can get out, if they can overwhelm Magisk. He's likely just going to have to fall back off, because I don't think they really want to fight these pistols too heavily. I was going to say it would just give some chances for a couple weapons to be taken out of play, and they go for a Zipix, actually ends up getting a team kill. So in the end, immediately re-smoking off the spawn and should be able to get themselves in towards the split. Nivira wants to try and challenge at the door before they can actually close in the distance, and he does unfortunately go straight down. Device deals with XMS on
saves these 3 rifles, which isn't guaranteed, especially because Lucky's already gone. Device lands another shot, and that is not what Heretics wanted at the end of this.
And this is not the start that Heretics really would have been hoping here for on their own map choice. Getting aggressive around the edge of that smoke there, surprisingly. XMS does get 1, and with the damage allows for Nivira to go ahead and spam through and go ahead and finish off a player. So again, a little bit of damage being connected with, well, now 3 kills around them with the bomb down. I mean, if Nivira can get this fight against Zipix, if he can find that kill, then he'd have the ability to retrieve a weapon and play out the one-on-one.
Heretics back, so this is a pretty nice start to the round for Astralis, as they're going to go for this A play.
Yeah, looking to commit. Maka's actually going to be sandwiched in, forces the fight against Magisk, and with that regains the long control at least now for them to work with when it does come down to that retake. Unfortunately, Dupree walks out mid, and obviously a fairly long rotation needed by Maka back from long, so they're going to try and capitalize on it. XMS playing up close, not immediately being cleared, actually gets the second as well from it, and now it's only Device coming out to trade with the op, will find it. And now he has the one-on-one. Actually be effective and stop him from getting tagged down. So 44 health remaining, but with both players having ops, it may not be that big of a deal. The bomb now planted, and Device even giving himself the room to cross back over the tunnels.
He's planted up on that position as well, so he can see it pretty clearly from tunnels. As Device moves in, Maka's got some nades to work with. The smoke could be huge here because Device has the AWP. It would be pretty awkward for him to spam the smoke with the AWP right now. There is that smoke for the tunnels, and Device has got to get aggressive here. Maka with a molly on the back of the smoke. That could be it here. He's defusing. Device can't do anything about it. Device moving in, but he's not got the angle. He burns alive, and Maka, without the kit, somehow wins the clutch.
That was incredible. And the buy not being perfect from the CTs with that 1 MP9 in play, but Maka based on that long spawn.
Astralis have spotted that AWP though. They're starting to use some nades at mid, and they're starting to set up this mid to B.
Magisk actually catches Nivira there towards the door. This gives them a big opening. Again, though, there is XMS in towards the car they have to deal with. Got 2 kills the previous time around that this B push came in. Unfortunately, not finding anything now, and actually had Lucky attempt to give him the assistance as well, and he goes immediately down. So suddenly it has dropped back into a position where Heretics have the disadvantage to try and claim the retake. Dupree, I don't think is going to expect Kiyoshima to be coming in so quickly from the spawn. And indeed, despite quickly shifting his attention, he is still taken out before he can react. So a 2-on-2 now, definitely becoming winnable once again. Smoke makes, when you're against Astralis, you really need everything that you can actually get to work with. Trying to see if they can salvage
one round win that they're looking for. Nade from Lucky does a bit of damage, and he gets the headshot on the follow-up. Lucky looking for more as the fights ensue, but Zipex picks up the trade, and Heretics are going to back away from long.
Oh, Maka. He finds the head of Device, though, jumping up on the Xbox. That's a big find. Long, they still have 1 player up close on the car, and with Maka shifting back in, I was going to say they could definitely play off of each other. Dupree actually spotting Keo before Maka could peek out. Again, the trade's just continuously going back. I mean, a small bit of utility, a smoke and a Molotov. Shoulder peeking to see if they could bait out the off shot, and they do indeed, but Maka's not going to miss it. Zipix all alone, knows that first player is still towards the car now as the shot again rattles off. The smoke. He's actually forcing Nivira back a little bit more passive on the bomb site.
Oh, Maka's not missing today. Only 1 AK in play for them.
Yeah, straight out B. A lot of damage done by XMS. He actually only gets 1 kill before going down, but Nivira lines them up at the op. A nice little collateral that definitely helps them out up against this weaker investment. But we done on the cross. Honestly, I think his main goal right now is to try and at least take down a couple of these players with him. The Molotov, it's just been played pretty well right now by Heretics, if I'm being honest. Yeah, the execute though going to be coming in. Smoke down towards the corner to ensure any ops around that position will be very limited in what vision they can have. As we can see for now though, there is just one player playing from the ramp, actually connecting quite a bit of damage there as well, I believe, before they eventually manage to drop towards the spawn. The kill stuff still actually so far being found overall by Astralis. If Vera doesn't get this kill up close on short, then this retake is pretty much over for the CT side. Oh, Device is actually going to try and hunt and catches him just as he trades out to the pistol, I believe. Won't really have any issues with the buy in this next round. It's more about now needing to immediately bounce back, otherwise, again, we would see there's still a lot of time on the clock as well. That's ideal. That flash was perfect to let Nevera peek in. Magic's not really too substantial. It did at least delay the bomb plant as well. That's kind of the biggest thing. Lucky manages to find one, I believe, from the CT spawn. It was the pre who went down, and yeah, this is not looking too good for Astralis. Heretics have a great spot for the retake. You can see Astralis with that need to take that fight a little bit more aggressively to pull it back in their favor. Not working out too well, as a 1-for-1 is not ideal from this position. Xipix does have the flank, which hasn't been spotted. It allows for one kill to be found, but again, it is all on one man. Glaive left alone, gets two, spots the final player as well, not quite able to find who comes out clutch. That was a lot closer than I think Heretics would have wanted there in the end. Main thing being they do take the round, potentially catch someone peeking around this area. Lucky actually will go ahead of that smoke towards the CT spawn, doesn't get a kill, but does chip away at a few of those players to make it a little bit easier once that split actually comes in from Astralis, if that is the goal. But eventually, as I had said, Kiyoshima with that long aggression is able now and try and bring it up towards short. But look at this, Kiyoshima is still sticking around. Doesn't really do anything this time, but it's just been a massive distraction. I mean, he's such a nuisance at this point. He lets Nevera even pop out and get one. And this is just rumbling for Astralis. Maka gets two on short.
Yeah, so well done from Keo, like you said, on that first time he pulled the trigger. But Keo knows if he just stays alive, he's going to be such a pain for Astralis. He knows that the T's are going to be very, very uncomfortable. 0
at one point. We actually see Astralis have a very strong start for themselves. And we likely will see Heretics claiming the lead. That's the opening wall catching anyone off guard. Although he has creeped up a little bit closer than they may expect. Lucky though, gonna deal with it. Nade to follow up as well. That should tag up two players quite heavily. Molly immediately down as well. Actually gets a kill. There we go. Perfect.
Device went jumping away and his body went limp in midair.
Shout out Jakey, I believe we have today. Yeah, it is indeed.
Very nice having Observer Jakey about to peek mid. Okay, doesn't land the shots, but eventually connects. And Xipix will also hit the deck. 7-6 lead for Heretics.
They do seem to have a plan set in stone, and that's the commit in towards B. Are they going to clear this close corner? XMS actually not able to get the initial double spray down, only the one. Nevera helped them out. The issue is now he's lost Nevera and ends up eventually dropping the glaive as well in that corner. Lucky given at least some time to rotate in because of the two kills that they were able to find. But the Astralis
grouping up for the B site play. Lucky's got this angle though. Still no nades for the cross, so Lucky could do the damage, but Xipix gets the kill, and Keo gets his head ripped clean off. Good shot.
Of a gap. This is risky. The two players posted on this at least finds one, but that's going to prompt Astralis to go forward, leaving just XMS to try and hold it down. Through the smoke gets one and actually decides to trade places. They're hugging, they're kissing. Anything but shooting apparently. XMS eventually will fulfill what I wanted and go ahead and pick up a couple of...
Oh, well, XMS has finally been dealt with, but he's caused... He's got to land some shots. Device has to be ballsy here as well with the push, and it's not going to pay off for him. Nevera closes out as we get into this pistol.
They're not really going to be taking their time at all with this round, trying to go straight on towards B. It was actually the bomb that was leading the way. It drops immediately. We're seeing already a good few players for the CT side rotated in. It's actually Xipix who's the last line of defense, but only Kiyoshima remaining on the side of together. And yeah, not really going to be budging off that first one, so the bomb will at least be planted. That's a big positive for Keo. The timing is so unfortunate. Just as he moved his
literally nothing, even though he's got a ton of money. And Astralis here playing at close range. The MP9 should be shredding them. Glaive in the back lines is here to help if necessary. But it's the MP9s elsewhere that are likely cleaning up this round. Keo with a Glock is going to go down. So good stuff from Astralis. Post plant as Heretics finally deploy one of their smokes. Second one will go on the far side, and they will look to cross their way onto this A-bomb site. Shots being rattled off by Astralis. A bit of damage done through the smoke. The Device is still here with the scouts, not the AWP. So, got to be a bit careful of that.
Damage, I do believe. Not able to quite catch it, my hood, not showing it when we're in that one, but yeah, I mean, overall, pretty good work by Heretics to eventually get that bomb planted. It's just Astralis have all 5 players now ready on short, but with 2 MP9s, it is going to be tough for them to close in this distance, so those weapons can actually be effective. See the smoke going down towards the spawn now, giving some room for them to begin to push forward, and it's actually Glaive to find that open, and Magis takes out Navira over towards the car as well. And this is just falling apart right now for Heretics. Maka doing what he can to recover, but it's not going to be enough. Kiyoshima left alone. There's one from him, but unfortunately with the bomb just being planted in behind the box, there's really not much he can do from long.
The idea of how he wanted to play the post plant, but instead he had to end up committing to car, which wasn't as comfortable. And there's the peek down mid. Device gets a good start.
Out, but they're going to have to deal with 2 players on long before they can actually start moving up towards that bomb site. And the time is not fantastic, so they're going to need to find these openings quite quickly. And Device, I mean, with the off, he's the first line of contact. The flash does blind him, but he just waits, gets the time, and Zipix drops the bomb. Device will fall as he swings back in. Keo's doing what he can to recover this round, and that's 2 kills on long. But now he needs Lucky to find success so they can bring that bomb up, and even then crossing is going to be an effort.
1 smoke, 2 smokes, but he crosses before it. Damage done, but not the kill. The nade might be it, though. 8 health left on Keo. Has he got time? Has he got time? No! Astralis win on time. The kill comes in after safely, but Device is posted up on this angle, and Keo's about to cross. He might be in trouble. No, never mind. Keo is the man to get the kill. Fantastic shot from Keo to open up this round, and Heretics have got the early advantage.
Yeah, they even flashed Dupree back off that angle initially. The smoke being down as well, allowing for them to cross without being spotted. So a lot of ground being covered by Heretics, giving them the bomb plant now. The man disadvantage, as you said, for Astralis with the economy that I had pointed out towards the beginning of this round, it most likely does mean that they may just have to call for the save. Most likely, unless someone goes CT spawn. Oh, they're going to B though. Glaive could be in trouble.
Glaive with the AWP needs to be careful. Oh, I thought he landed the shot for a second.
As did I. It allowed him to cross over, but also allowed him to actually take that fight on towards the player on ramp, giving them the angle. And again, just Device being forced back from this position, not really able to afford to actually stick around, instead backing off towards long. I mean, they can play for this retake, especially if they are to get a quick kill.
So well placed. He basically only had 1 place to go. He had to retreat into A long. Even though he gets this kill at the end here, Heretics win the round, just outmaneuvering their opponents on that A bomb site. Really good work with all the pieces of utility. There were 3 Molotovs.
Risky, so a lot of the times you do just see that save being called for. Oh, that nade though. Ooh. Second nade, I believe, as well. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. At least on towards 2 of the players. Actually, 3 of them. It was Navira brought to 21, 66, and then 65 for Q. This is pretty much done, if I'm being honest. Dupree even gets a collateral insult to injury. Zipix takes down that short push, and it's done. They have to back away. I really don't know if they really had, if they had time to actually get that bomb onto the site, even if that collateral didn't come in. Commences. So here we go, the smokes again going down. Heretics going back to what worked for them earlier on. But the nade is perfectly timed again. So much damage being dealt out before Heretics are even able to spot anyone. Zipix actually continuing to face this with the flash from Glaive. Nearly lined up Heretics, so they will at least concede the bomb plant. That's 1 positive for the D-side to take from it. But they're just continuously being chipped away on, and Zipix again getting one through the smoke. And there it is, as Astralis seem like they are beginning to kind of resume normalities at this point.
Because you can get the bomb down pretty quickly, but Maka wins the opening fight against Dupree. That could...
Apologies, a small technical issue there on my end, but I have returned. I came back just to see that nade again landing at the feet of a couple of players. They've covered some serious distance before we actually see Astralis finding contact. As I said, it doesn't really seem to matter because they've gone ahead and swung this one back around. Maka even getting caught in mid. Dropping a smoke, no matter which map you're on, it is going to be a difficult game. Keo, though, he could have a small chance if he took down the up here over on long, but the Device takes.
2-man setup. Zipex is waiting at the blue container. They're not going to clear this. Oh, they do. XMS just about gets it. Zipex was trying to play the trigger discipline there, and Device is in trouble. There's no way he gets away with anything from this position. Navara runs him down, and Heretics should have a great chance in this round. Glaive is rotating over to try and hold the A site. And there are a couple of CTs here. 2 quick kills. Bomb dropped on the A site, so they have to commit, and Glaive keeps on going. 3 massive kills from the bomb site. Oh no. The money's not going to be great for them.
No, and that was such a fun... Uh-oh.
Zipex behind him, and from a potential nade, which I think Glaive is about to deploy. Oh, shoulder spotted. Device lands the shot, and oh dear, oh no. Okay, he's fine. Device gets away, even though he...
Something more than special. This is going to be a miracle at this point if they manage to recover this round, especially as Nevera goes down. The Vice just can't be stopped. He's up to 3. I think he's a little angry that this was such a close game. Nearly gets the collateral to end it, but it looks like he might still have the ace potentially. Glaive, I think, is rushing in to see if he can maybe steal it away from him. They just want to win. That's all that matters. Zip put up a great performance back on Dust 2, but Inferno, a map here where I think those nades could be even more useful for Astralis. We had the stat, it was 71, I believe. Still a relatively close performance. Right now, though, Kiyoshima being entrusted as the sole B defender. He is going to be smoked off. Was hoping to try and catch one more player.
As the push Astralis, it's a full-on B execute with the Molotovs, and it gets them the bomb down safely. Now they have to play the post plant, though. A second smoke deployed, and the CTs are stuck on Banana, but XMS gets the kill from CT spawn. Magis trying to fight his way out of this one alongside Device, but it's not looking likely. Device is run down by all the Heretics players, so
they have shown a little bit of presence. They forced XMS, who was up on balcony, to drop off towards the bomb site. No smoke, I don't believe, towards Mo though, so there is still going to be the help coming in from long as well. So this is going to be tough. Quite a bit of damage actually being done by the HGs as well. Maka able to go ahead and pounce there and get himself a double, and a little bit of SMG money being
built up. This is where the Bison should be able to shine against unarmored opponents. Device has got the dig though, so you've got to be a bit...
Obviously gives a small chance for the pistol to maybe do something, and I believe the MP9 already being retrieved there by Zipex. Eventually does pounce for that 1 kill. So that's a nice little bonus. $600 of course being found for him. An opportunity for Device maybe to get more with the Deagle as well. But being so low on health, having lost control of the bomb as well, you're not really expecting anything else, and there it is. Nevera goes ahead.
He's having to play close, and okay, Kio's got the dig in his hand, and Maka up on the boosted angle gets a kill of his own. Good work from Heretics to come back into this round.
That was fantastic. I did not expect that to work out so well. Keo just about survived on 1 health and haven't actually been put into the position with a man disadvantage. Dupree was watched this cross with the AWP. So being on 1 health isn't the biggest the deal when you have that weapon either way, especially when it's the Vice that you're challenging up against. The upshot not even being able to be rang off at that point, and now it's all on Zipex. Eventually gets that 1 kill and gives himself the... Oh, the timing. As he took the smoke out, isolate the fight here against Kiyoshima, who is on the bomb site. He'll be Lucky then, who hopes to maybe spam away and see what he can do. Going ahead of the smoke, though. Magisk taken down. Lucky just commits to the spray. Gets himself the second off the back of it. The Molotov doing so much damage as well, eventually eliminating Dupree. And Kiyoshima is still in the back of that bomb site being a nuisance. Eventually falls, but it leaves Zipex in a 1-on-5. Or rather, a 1-on-4.
That is a great start to this game for them. And Nevera, one of the players who's yet to die, gets aggressive, and he's finally been dealt with.
Still outnumbered for the moment. It's got to be brought over to 1B again. They line up for Kiyoshima, only able to get 1. The Molotov, I believe, also doing some damage and forcing them forward into the crosshair there as Lucky was holding. And with the smoke still down, XMS has a great position. They have to come through to try and retrieve that bomb, which is dropped on the other side of the smoke. And trying to do so, Mac is given the opportunity to go ahead and snatch away another kill. A smoke down now, so maybe Device can get in there, manage to sneak his way onto the bomb.
And Dupree has got the time against him. Oh, Maka is holding the right angle. Triple kill for him. He switched it out.
Oh, the confidence from Heretics that were constant.
Yeah, far from perfect for Astralis, but pretty much perfect for Heretics at the start of this game, with Maka landing a second shot on his AWP. For Astralis here, smoke for the site. Nevera's got a pretty good angle to deny them, though. Flash comes through. Nevera has spotted the first man. Zipex goes down. XMS in the other angle. Might not be needed. Nevera doing a lot of damage.
Get off to. Again, though, Heretics just continue to oppress no matter the opponent that they're against. Although Magisk just charging up through Banana apparently is a little bit too much for them to handle. But they're still not going to give up at these confident, aggressive plays. The issue is, again, they've been caught by it. Zipex is holding this time around. Mac is still up close, wants to trade, and will be able to find it with the Tech 9. Device, I think, spotting 2 players in the spawn.
Ooh, Maka nearly burns alive, but surely he's done for. Indeed, Dupree rains in fire from above. And Astralis have got themselves onto the A-bomb site, finally looking likely to be there off the back of Heretics playing aggressive. So it's not like Astralis have found the winning recipe just off this round. It's nice for them to get...
So they're not quite there yet. Again, though, I think we are going to see that aggression around Banana. Yeah, Device is pushing up the smoke right now. Dupree actually finding a kill elsewhere, but Lucky, as the smoke fades away, finds Device just kind of squatting in it.
And that wasn't sitting in the smoke gets the advantage on those, which is why Device was there, but he did not pull the trigger. Clearly didn't see into a 3v4, and oh, Magisk, great timing on this fight. Maka's not ready for it. They've also got players wrapping through A long, so Nevera has got a whole lot of pressure on him right now. He's got to solo hold this A site, and he's buying time for the rotate. Pushes the apps just at the right time. Magisk caught with a nade in his hands, and here comes the flank from Kiyoshima. Nade to the bomb site. Glaive gets one with the molly, but it's Zipex who's the last man standing. A 1v2 for the clutch player on the Astralis side. Fake taps the bomb again. Lucky not baited into the open. Zipex is going to go for it one more time, and Lucky has managed to get out into the open. Zipex didn't spot him, so Fnatic have been losing some games of their own. I think every team has in this online tournament. It's a high level of competition, but it's still definitely impressive for both these squads, especially Heretics, who have the man advantage. Magisk forced back into the trying to plug the gap on Banana, but the nades are coming in. Kyo runs past, and Device isn't ready for it. He should have heard those.
Also has Nevera just tucked in on the corner, so this is going to be very difficult as they move towards the A-bomb site. Yeah, here we go. Mac is just waiting. Oh, a little bit of an awkward timing. He throws the Molotov down towards Boiler. Instead, Dupree is able to pounce. They may not expect Nevera actually goes as he sees the first player with the trigger. A little bit unfortunate because he will be traded back on by Glaive, but they still have the man advantage, and they also have XMS just fighting in the back of the bomb site, and they have no idea. Zipex! How the hell does he get that kill? Alright, jumps up, spins around, suddenly it's a 2-on-2.
Whoa, is the bomb going B? Surely not. How has he slipped through the cracks? Glaive is getting over to the B site while Zipex gets all the kills over on A.
Nevera can buy for himself, so, I mean, the fact that he has survived here has given them the ability to go ahead and get the full investment, but yeah, that was fantastic. Astralis bamboozled them with that play, making it to the spawn. Kyo even gets a kill at the end.
An excellent A execute here from Astralis with 25 seconds left. Here we go. Zipex up close, gets the first kill. Maka in the midst of this smoke with the ult. This is not comfortable for him. Oh no, there's a player close. What is happening? Maka pushes through in the back. He misses again. Maka finally connects. That wasn't the man he was aiming at, but the kills all going the way of Astralis in the midst of the madness. And Heretics will have to save.
Sure that they'll have everything they want in this next round. Device and Zipex could buy for themselves, but I think maybe Zipex would want to drop over so he can get those nades.
Sure, they've got a chance at getting a better buy into the next. Lucky boosted, but oh, Kyo's gone down on Banana. He was the solo holder with the AK. One of the guns gone instantly. Maka currently peeking with the USP, and the timing is unbelievably good for him. He gets a free frag onto Zipex. Dupree has managed to move into Boiler while this is happening, but Maka's behind them. Dupree is having to take a pretty uncomfortable fight here in the apartment, so Maka looks for it, but Dupree gets the wall bang.
The smoke going down does hit him, but I don't think it gave away the fact he's here. You know, the shot is rattled off and missed. I think most likely that bomb to be retrieved and indeed just sprinted towards it. Glaive's going to go through the smoke. At that point, expecting Lucky to have just begun to...
Whereas Lucky saving it obviously helps. I like this AWP skin. It's quite a cheap one as well, I think. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah, it's just called Dropper at the moment, as I said, so it doesn't back out a Banana. And with the Molotov going down, that kind of cuts them off from really getting the help from Lucky, who's back towards the bomb site. Maka decides to go forward, gets wallbanged there as he tries to peek with the sandbag, surprisingly.
Oof. Kyo pops up for a quick kill from the sandbags. No nades really left for the CTs, though, at least not on these B players, so he can't fall back to the bomb site. And Glaive is stacking this B site with the remaining 3 players. And Astralis with 20 seconds left. The bomb is going A, so it looks almost certain that Astralis are winning this round.
It's upside down to what we've seen back on this too. Is he? Is he towards the hit right now? He's really not. I think he's making the way. Yeah, no, he's backing up. Okay, actually goes down. Never mind. I jinxed it. Was a PC Astralis even trying to capitalize on it, but Molotov on the corner. That's going to stop the op from really doing too much for the moment. Instead, being forced back off towards the bomb site. I was gonna say, does give the control over to Astralis towards Banana. The Vice peeking in, kind of lucky to have survived, but I don't think that's gonna last very long. The Molotov forcing them out straight towards this A bomb site, and they've made probably the correct decision with only 2 players here. The issue is Maka connects that initial shot over towards Long, makes his way back through the Moto smoke that was intended to cut him off, and he just keeps on going. 3 already being found. It's Magisk who's left.
Really shows the confidence of Maka. We've seen him take those fights throughout this game against Astralis, and Device looking to do the same, but it's the nade stack that goes against him.
I'm not too sure exactly where they want to come in. Nade stacking over towards that B side of the map, seeing if they can maybe take someone out with that. flashing a player in over towards long being
A. One flashbang thrown. That's basically all Astralis have. It's all about running onto the site and predicting the players' positions correctly. XMS fighting from pit, gets the first kill. He gets away with his life, but Magisk finds the refrag. Turned into a 2v2, and Heretics have to go for it. It's the last round of the half, so we'll see what they can do on this retake.
At least having the up can hang back a little bit more. Needs Kiyoshima really the way in towards the bomb site. Magisk actually wasn't watching the long push. Glaive.
Or it could do no damage.
Nope.
Just absolutely
deny. There was only two of them.
Oof.
There was only two of them, but they invested to try and hold down what is going to be this A push, and I believe trying to wrap around in through long as well. That's the goal here for Heretics on the T side. Oh, actually realizing that that's not a great idea anymore as the rotation had already come in. Instead, all focusing up through short and finding no kills so far. Kyo gets one. That's it, though. Trying to trade out weapons. You can't find it. It'd never take a... Yeah, it's just straight up full SMGs, though, from Astralis. So, good chance for them to, obviously, as you said, take down these cavalierless opponents, but also leaves them with the weaker weapons then most likely in the next round, unless they want to upgrade onto a good few of those players. Device gets himself 3 kills. Dupree gets restricted control for the D side. And now already, they have actually rotated back into a standard setup pretty much right now. Magisk keeps playing close in the corner, but that's going to be a tough spot to do anything from, with so many players coming around from long. Indeed, he goes down. Maka also went for the M4, had to after going down before. Barrett almost caught in the corner, actually does go down. It looked like he himself should have had that. Dupree's in a great position back down mid, and that's allowed for Zipex to go position himself now. Or maybe not. Dupree's actually stopped the bomb. Long range MP9 looking for more. The CZ comes out. Will he be able to finish it? There we go. It's only Kyo left. He gets himself one, but Zipex has already came around through Banana, and I don't think he's going to expect that.
Oh no, he's got his back turned.
He has no idea. Yeah, doesn't expect it at all.
Wow. I don't know. Heretics this time haven't had to fully save. They've got some nades and some pistols, so they'll look to do some damage with a fast banana play. Oh no.
Zipex caught in the molly. How does he end up living? Potentially overwhelm the player towards the pit as well, and with that, maybe get the bomb planted, boost up their own buy a bit in this next round, and yeah, there you go. The Eagle of Navira actually takes down Device quickly. Free with the nade, finishes off one player. Lucky who fell. Navira, though, going to follow up, and despite not getting the kill, did help out a little bit with the damage there for Kiyoshima. So it gives them the bomb plant. I mean, that wasn't really too expected, to be fair. 2 kills, a bomb plant. There wasn't a lot of investment in that round, so I think Heretics can be pretty happy with how rounds in a row from Astralis. They definitely want to keep it, especially over towards Banana with this playstyle. Zipex is able to find 2. That Molotov just makes it so difficult for them to try and trade. And although they do eventually get 1, Navira immediately burns alive, making it any easier for him up against 4. And with that smoke at the bottom of Banana, he doesn't know if anyone could have already gotten themselves up close. And as we can see, that is
going to be fine for the time being. They've still got nades as well, which can slow this down. And here we go. Heretics commit to the B play. Oh, nades out. Okay, Zipex somehow stays alive. And the nades are out in time for Astralis. They're locking down this B bomb site. Clay switches for a Tech 9, and Navera's just sitting in this smoke. Not really with much of a chance, but maybe there's something that he can do. Nope, the answer's no. Glaive gets a Tech 9 kill.
I'm not fancying his chances of being able to win this one, yeah, and just immediately gets peeked by Device and goes down. 340 for Magisk as well. This game is just being crazy so far, but yeah, Heretics feels like they're falling a bit flat so far on the D side. That was an opportunity.
Smoke's deployed, and Dupree is the solo holder, tapping, but he can't connect any of these shots. He does some damage to XMS, but it's nowhere near enough. Even with Glaive getting 1 through the smoke, it isn't going to happen for them. Astralis have to call off this round. They have to...
this one, so it's been a while since we've seen Heretics been able to get themselves a little victory on the board, so there's a little shining light potentially for them.
Using any nades? That could be the case, because Kyo is investigating. Okay, here we go. He's trying to bait out the shot. The gun barrel spotted, but Device is not falling for it. Good setting up this B play.
Glaive, though, who's already posted it up on the up, holding for that peak to come in, and it is Maka who he finds trying to come around the corner. Has the help of Zipex as well on towards construction, and already the help as well from Dupree, who's beginning to rotate into the spawn. Zipex flashed in to take the peak for himself. The op posted up from Glaive yet again from the pillar.
Back at the start of this round, but Glaive might be about to pull the trigger. While blind, he gets the kill on Banana, and he's got the Molotov to slow things down further and buy a bit of time for the CT rotation.
They do have an idea that Heretics, at least, they're going to be showing some presence now around this position. Only 40 seconds. They don't really have much time at all to actually get moving. I'm surprised the Astralis haven't begun to rotate. They definitely will now that they've spotted the bomb coming up close. The Vice finds one immediately. Magisk as well going to be able to frag in, and the Vice falling back on the bomb site. Gets up on the box safely with the Tech 9. Drops
in these early gun rounds. So now that they've got the pistols, they've got a bit more freedom. Unfortunately, XMS's freedom is used to peek down mid, where Glaive was ready for it. Dupree doesn't get that kill. Glaive steals it away, but the AWP is doing all the work necessary so far. Dupree goes back for more. He finally gets the kill he was waiting for, and Zipex also pushes down B. I think you can see at this point, Astralis is just so comfortable. They're getting aggressive. They're taking the round win.
Try and work out towards the middle, but Astralis have a 4-man stack on this side because they have Zipex pushed all the way down to the bottom of Banana already. So they have good positions to try and hold this one. Coming around long, the Vice is the first man to fall, but Glaive has the AWP, and he gets the help of Magisk. It may not be quite enough. Now he's in a pretty tough spot being trapped around Moto, and indeed being peeked from up on the balcony. We're actually seeing Heretics claiming control of it.
He's actually hanging around, but there's no way he's winning this at this point. The time is too far gone, so it's just about the kills at the end. Astralis is so rich, he can play for the exit frags.
When they went for it, the nades were a big issue.
How is
again, they are tossed in. Quite a bit of damage being done. XMS is closed in. The distance against the wall, actually, and they didn't realize initially, so Zipex falls. Glaive now trapped around the sandbags, needs some support. The Molotov at least delays a small bit, and as the mirror comes around the edge of the smoke, I was gonna say he should be left alone on this B side of the map, and he just wants to continue aggressing. Gets legged by the op of Maka. Nearly actually managed to find the kill either way, but
it's not going to be relevant because Heretics are executing onto the B bomb site, and Astralis have no one here to meet them.
Yeah, I mean, the save doesn't harm them if they do go for it, although you see quickly rotating in. Yeah, the Vice going straight up Banana with two of them low. As you said, maybe knowing that the Vice has been just has gone ahead and just pulled out the deagle for him. Have a chance for exits here.
Ooh, he may have a chance for exits actually. Hold on to my question because Dupree is going to get a kill up close. That's the AWP kill of the round, and Maka, having heard that AWP shot, he wants to fight the Vice, and it's Magisk that he finds. Think from Magisk is not...
So this is going to be quite difficult for them to hold. One towards the graveyard being Dupree. Okay, pops up just as Kiyoshima comes around the corner. Oh, the nade onto Maka as well. That should finish him off. That's the bomb. They're going to have to spend a bit of time going and retrieving that
back to the apartments to get that bomb, but Dupree has still got this angle. He is picking them apart in this round, and Lucky is trying to wrap round, but he's the last man standing. He's got to get the bomb in a 1v3. There's so little time. 15 seconds. You've got to go, buddy. You've got to go. It's the last round. You have to try this, Lucky. He doesn't like his chances, though. He's finally moving in, and Dupree will take it away.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.